When you're ready, Chair.
All right, okay. Are we ready to go, Jacob?
When you're ready, Chair.
All right, okay. Apologies. Anybody apologies? Anne?
Councillor Steer.
Just Councillor Steer, okay, fair enough. Declarations of interest, please.
Me for finances, Santa Suit, etc.
Yeah, me for finances as well.
Okay, all right. Right, questions from the public. I'm assuming we don't have any. No. Okay, fair enough. We move on. Minutes, to consider the approval of the minutes of the meeting held on Thursday, the 29th of October. Yeah?
Yeah, I'll propose them.
Yeah.
Second one.
Yeah. Okay, can we pass those? Yeah. Right, matters arising and outstanding issues, please.
On the
Agenda.
Yeah.
On the agenda. Okay, all right. Finance and compliance, approval of monthly spend. Can we have approval for the monthly spend, please? A show of hands will be fine.
Can someone explain what the PFK audio is, please?
Audit.
It's the audit.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, everybody else okay with everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's all passed. Police matters. Any? No, not that we know of. No?
And saying something.
Yeah.
All right.
I've got Monday, the 2nd of November, a pallet of assaulted wooden materials were stolen from a driveway in Main Street.
Right. Anything else, Anne?
That was my neighbour who had wood delivered one day, and the wood and the shed and the conservatory disappeared the next day.
Good grief.
Good Lord. That's a hell of a lot of stuff to move.
So someone obviously knew it was there.
Mm.
Someone obviously turned up with the right equipment to take it away.
Mm.
And knew that they were not in, obviously. Yeah.
Mind you,
We've had something else. It won't be on the report, but I'm sure we've had something else. What a quad
Yes,
bike
we've had the stolen car that came to Wawne from Bradford.
Oh,
yeah, the 100 mile an hour police chase. I read that. Yeah.
Yeah, there was on the 13th of December. So this will come up next in January's numbers, but on the 13th of December, and between 6 p.m. on the 13th of December and 9 a.m. on the 14th of December, a burglary occurred in seven storage units at a farm on Ferry Road. A blue and white Yamaha quad bike was stolen.
Right.
Is that down at
Edmonds, I think.
Edmonds, yeah. Right.
Well, we had a shower tray thing stolen from our front door, but we don't even know when.
No.
Believe it or not. Yeah. Because we just had
Yeah.
We didn't report it. It was pointless.
Yeah, you're not going to get the police down.
Anything else?
Not from me.
No. Right, okay. We'll move on. Audit.
Yeah, the audit has come back. Minor errors, but nothing of concern.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Thank you, Anne.
Budget.
Now, the budget. Okay. I'm assuming
You've all been given.
Yeah.
What I'll do is, just for ease, I'll mute everybody, and then I can go through it without.
Okay.
And then we'll do questions and things at the end. Right, so you've got the budget for this year. So on page 2, as it is, you've got the current standing. So that's currently what we're spending with an average and an estimate. Now you can see the running costs are going up, and everything else is sort of about the same. Some things have gone down. So, for example, the grants have gone down because we've not given anything out, etc., etc. Now, as you can see, the costs of running the council are going up year on year. If you go to page 3, this is the option if we leave it as it is. So if we leave, the figures are self-explanatory, but if we leave it as it is, keep the precept the same, we would work to a loss of about 800 quid a year. Now we could probably afford to do that for the first 2 or 3 years, but after that, there's no point. You're just hemorrhaging cash. And if we left it as it is, bearing in mind, obviously your precept isn't paid equally amongst every house. It depends on your council tax band. But if every house paid the same amount, based on 449 houses, keeping the precept the same, it will cost £72.38 a year, which is roughly £1.39 a week. If you go to option 2, which is over the page, this shows the precept increase. And a precept increase of £1,000 would leave us with excess funds of about £175 a year. And again, this increase, if we put it at 33,500 rather than 32,500, it would be £74.61 per year per household if all the household paid it equally, as opposed to 72. So it'd potentially be a £2 increase a year per household if everybody paid the same. And then the option 3 is decrease spending overall, and we'd have to reduce it by £1,250 a year. We'd have to take 250 quid out of the events fund and £1,000 out of infrastructure. Now, obviously, the events fund means we won't be able to do as many things at Christmas, and the infrastructure means we wouldn't be able to pay towards as many paths. And we all know what the paths, fantastic job has been done of the paths. I'll just go down a rough, give you a bit of a breakdown in terms of where we stand on the budget heading. So if we went for the increase option, your running costs budget has increased by nearly £2,000. I've decreased the cost of the Gazette because it'll come up later, but I'm going to suggest we move to 4 issues a year rather than 6. Just for ease and cost saving. We've increased the play area spending by £400 a year to allow for maintenance once the new area is done. We've left the grants at the same amount because that's like a fixed amount of our precept. The events fund, I've reduced it by 350 quid, just because we never seem to spend all of it all of the time. Infrastructure, I've left the same at £5,000 a year, because if we continue the way we're going, we will be spending that much with the paths, etc. All right. On the crime, community safety, extra publication, I've removed them altogether because we never spend anything in those. And if we need to spend something out of those, we can take out the emergency budget, which I've reduced by 100 quid a year as well. There is enough funds to support extra spending if needed. And then we've left the savings again at £4,000 a year. On the income, again, if we increase the precept, so we would have £1,000 more in the precept. Again, I haven't budgeted any income for the ad. Well, I've budgeted 300 quid for adverts, but that might change depending on the number of gazettes we publish. VAT, we never budget anything for because we're never sure if we'll get it. Grants, the grants seem to have gone up quite a bit over the past few years. This is from things we've applied for, but also towards the website and stuff. So I've put an increase in income on that. And then other, we never know what other funding we're going to get in. So I've just removed that. So you can see that the income will go up by about £1,150 a year if we increase the precept. I've just got a few notes here, if I may. I'll go through them. I'll try not to speak too long. So on the expenditure note, the running costs includes the salaries and hours worked, and hours worked. It is increased due to the proactive nature of the parish council, and that parish council pays in line with current rates and recommended scales. The biggest part of the parish council budget in terms of spend is the running costs. So it includes things like admin, salaries and wages, inland revenue, equipment for the handyman, membership insurance expenses, which there is hardly ever any expenses, telephone, internet, and training, which is very rare as well. Expenditure also includes the Gazette. Now, I'll mention about the 4 issues now. I'm proposing that we go down to 4 issues once we agree this budget, because almost printed media is going out of fashion, but people still want to read it, especially in a village. And a lot of work goes into it for very little reward sometimes, and it is costly. It's about £2,500 a year. Proposed, obviously, reduce it from 6 issues to 4 a year, and I'm always looking for ways to make it cheaper anyway, whether it be through adverts or printing costs, etc. The play area in expenditure. Due to the increased cost and activity to do with the recreation ground, obviously because we're renovating it, there is a need to increase the budgeted amount for ongoing work, so maintenance once the site is built. In the first few years, I don't see there being any need to use that budget to maintain the site, because obviously it'd be brand new. There might be a little bit here and there, but not much. However, in the first year, it could probably be used for the extra, the opening event and the extra, any additions we want to put in, like the odd bin or bit of repair work if there's the little bits here and there. Expenditure, again, grants. This is what the community groups can apply for. We haven't really had that many applications this year, probably because there's not been much going on because of COVID. So I've left the same budgeted amount for next year. Events. We normally held a summer and Christmas events for the past few years. Christmas events I suggest we continue with, and summer events we can continue with, but I think at a reduced rate, and try and make it more of a community event to allow for more spending in other areas and given the reduced cost in that budget. Infrastructure. This budget remains the same as the spend amount varies from year to year. This year we've spent quite a lot. The budget heading is used towards what works towards past roads and to contribute towards the work East Riding Yorkshire Council do, which they're very grateful for. Any unspent funds from this can be put into the savings account potentially. So if we don't spend all of that budget, we can put it in the savings and use it for larger infrastructure projects in the future, such as the bridge. Crime and community safety, again, it's never been used, so there's no need to keep it. Extra publication, never been used, so no need to keep it. Savings, it was agreed to set aside £4,000 a year for longer term projects, which has worked. The budget has been useful to be able to provide a short-term help with high costs, such as making the recreation ground safe when we had to pay £2,000 or whatever it was towards that. It's also been useful to help us pay for paths, etc. When we move on to income, obviously the precept is set by us as councillors and guided by the budget. And we can, once we've agreed this budget, we move on to setting the precept. The adverts, estimated depending on the income from previous years, but likely to decrease with the decrease in issues of the Gazette. And the VAT, there's no guarantee of getting it, so there's no point in budgeting for it. The same, the grants, it's an estimate based on what we've had previously, and there's no guarantee we'll get it. That's my bit said. You'll have to unmute yourselves if you wish to speak. Over to you, Chair.
That's it. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Right. Can everybody else hear? Right. Okay. I mean, me personally, I know I don't normally dive in here, but I think option 2 is our best way forward. It would appear that we don't have an awful lot to play with, really. And the only thing I would say, in the grants that we give out, I'd like to see a budget of £1,000 with a concessionary further £1,000 if we think it necessary. I just think the grants just at the minute might be a little bit too high. And me personally, I would like to see a lot done towards the safety of the village. what I've noticed during lockdown, it's been very, very highlighted that we're used as a rat run. And I've seen some horrendous things, and either somebody or an animal or a child is going to come off worse for the wear if we don't do something shortly. We've talked an awful lot about it. We've talked it to death, but we've not actually tried to do anything. And I'd like to see us try very hard next year to either, even if it's only just to find a way forward, really, and set something in cement, even for the year after. But we just need to do something, I feel. But this is just me. So I'm going to leave it open to you guys. And obviously we'll go with the main, you know, whatever you guys want to do. Who would like to have a little inflow next?
No, can I have to have money. If we haven't got money, we can't do anything.
No.
Thinks we're not going to spend on the recreation ground for 2 or 3 years.
I know.
Then we need a fighting fund. Our forecast is not there.
No.
We've got to look at the priorities, because when Jacob's building the current recreation ground, we've then got the next phase of that, which will be the removal of the tennis courts, the trees, the money in the bank. And I don't,
council meeting
I don't even think that the £1,000 we're talking about is enough. £2 a week, what is it? What's wrong with £5 a year per household? It's really going to make a difference. £2 a year per household isn't going to make a difference. £5 a year per household.
Yeah, I agree.
On the grant bit, I don't expect me here, but there is set aside a certain percentage of our precept for that we have. There's a certain percentage we can grant out.
I'm struggling to hear you, Jacob.
Me as well.
There's a certain percent that we can grant out interrand, I think.
Just say that again, please.
What does grant out mean, please?
In the section 1, in the grants we give out to village, there's a certain amount we have to budget for, don't we, Anne?
Yes. Yeah.
How much is that, Anne, please? How much is that, Anne, please?
It's about £7 a household.
£7
Per household per year.
Right.
Which is about 3,100 quid.
Right.
But we can't, as Parish Council, talk about reducing the grants and then yet expecting the people like Wawne Bloom that come to us for money to do the services for the village that they do. Wawne Bloom is funded by us. And if we don't give them grants to do it, we've got to hire our own handyman or recruit someone to do the jobs when we need it.
Yeah.
You can't have your cake and eat it. You can't reduce the grants to these people and expect.
Fair enough.
Can I say something? I actually think that increasing the precept by £1,000 a year is probably not enough. I think we need to increase it by more than that. It's 4p a week, the difference on the average. If you increase it by £3,000, it's only 12p a week. If you lost 12p out of your pocket in the road, would you even bother to pick it up? Probably not. So that's my feeling. I just think we need the funds there. We need the funds there to do things for the village. I know it's a particular baby of myself and Amanda about the speeding and the safety in the village. But, you know, speaking as a step-grandfather with young grandchildren, and I'm sure other people are the same way, I just think that there are lunatics that use the village, particularly Mutes Road, as a rat run, and you see them driving into the village at breakneck speeds, and somebody's going to get killed. At that point, yes, the council will step in. But we need to be able to fight our corner in the meantime.
Yeah, too late.
I know it goes against your principles, Jacob, to increase presets. I understand that. But I just think, 12 pence a week, £3,000 is neither here nor there.
I think the budget is okay, Jacob, except for facilities. The facilities is where the money needs to go to build it, get some speeding controls in, to plan to get the tennis courts covered. That's where we need the money.
Okay, so let me, before Christine says anything, and Christine can go after I've said this. What if we're proposing we increase it by if the proposal was to increase it by £3,000, that would leave us with just shy of £4,000 excess income at the current budget.
Yeah.
Where are you proposing, or where would the extra £3,000, let's say, where would that be spent?
It will be not spent. It will be saved until we.
Yeah.
So the suggestion is that you that we put the savings amount up to £8,000, £7,000. Sorry.
That's right. And then we've got a fighting fund if we need it against East Riding or with East Riding to get something done.
If we get a little bit of an increase every year, it's waiting in 3 years' time and trying to repair the new recreation ground, dig up the tennis courts, and suddenly having to put it up a fortune.
Yeah.
Okay, Christine, what's your thought? Can't hear you, Christine. You keep breaking up, Christine.
No, I've not. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Now. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've nothing to say.
Okay.
Right.
Should we have a
Yeah. Are we
I will
have a proposal on increasing?
I will propose that we increase it by £1,000.
Our proposal.
I have to vote on that proposal first.
I need to vote.
Proposal.
£1,000.
Hang on. Chris,
No.
Oh, £1,000, yeah?
yeah.
No. I think we need to put it up by more.
Is that
Andrew?
Yeah.
We have to let Jacob's proposal go through.
All right.
Then we have a vote.
Okay. Right.
And we get a counter proposal if we need one.
Okay.
So, Christine, have you agreed with my proposal?
What I wanted to do personally. Well, the other one.
Can you repeat that, please, Christine? No, Christine, can you please repeat?
Okay. I agree with Jacob.
Okay.
It's a second.
Right.
Can we have a vote, please? Yes. We take it that Christine votes yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we have a no vote, please?
You've
Okay.
got the deciding vote, Amanda.
I vote no.
Okay.
Any other proposals?
Yeah. I propose that, can we increase it to £3,000, which is 12 pence a week per household on average, put the money into savings so that we can use it at a future date. Do I have a second on that one? Yeah.
I'll second that proposal.
Jacob?
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
Can we have a vote on that one then, please?
Yeah.
Jacob, will you please? Christine?
Christine's a no.
Abstain.
Abstain.
Right. Okay.
So it's carried. Please.
Yeah.
Okay. Just for clarity, and that's a £3,000 a year increase to £35,500.
Yeah.
With an extra £3,000 being put into savings, so the amount saved each year is £7,000.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll send through an amended budget for you, Anne, and then you can put that wherever it needs to go.
Okay. All right.
Right.
Okay.
So that's the next item on the agenda done as well.
Yeah. Okay. That's great. Planning isn't.
Precept.
No, we've done it.
Yeah,
We've done that.
Planning, yeah, sorry.
Planning construction of an extension to an existing dormer to front, and that's 22 Newks Road.
Yeah.
Full planning permission.
It's just making the dormer full length, isn't it, rather than partial?
Yeah, yeah. I don't have a problem with
No
that.
sections, no.
No. Okay. We'll carry that through, please, Anne.
Yeah.
Yeah. And erection of a 2-storey extension to side, 16 Church Crescent. I don't think I know this one.
No, really.
But is it a 3-bedroom semi, is it?
Is that an application, Anne?
Well, he's
Anne,
done
is
it.
that an application?
He's done it, has he?
Of course you have.
He's done it. It's finished.
Yeah, okay.
So it's in retrospect then?
Yeah.
Anne, why is that on the agenda?
Second, please.
Why is it on the agenda if it's been completed?
Well,
It might be a retrospective application.
I'm just going to say, is it retrospective? He's done it and now he's got to get the plan in.
it's the full planning permission.
Full planning.
Applied for, Anne, or what?
Yeah.
This is the house. What's off Church Road? Further along from me, isn't it? The crescent what cuts the corner off.
Yeah. It's the.
Yeah, well, it's almost finished. The extension's bigger than the bungalow.
Have we got plans for this, Anne?
Yeah.
Have you sent them out?
Hold on.
Can we move on, Chair? Can we get Anne to send the application out tomorrow
Yeah.
to us all, and then we'll get something to Anne before the deadline?
Yeah. All right. All right. Okie dokie. We'll do that online if that's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. All right. Christmas.
You want to say your bit first, Steve?
Down to you, Steve.
I've gone. I've disappeared. I don't know why.
There we go. You're back.
I
There.
enjoyed it. Yeah. I enjoyed it. I don't know how Jacob felt about it. I felt it went really well. I was really pleased with the way that the village were very receptive to us. The presents were lovely wrapped and organised by Anne, and Jacob's idea was fantastic. It was really good, and big thanks to Jacob's mum.
Yes. That apparently it went very well.
It did.
And I've heard lots of good things about it, and thanks to you guys for doing it. Did you need a lot of padding, Steve?
Oh, yes, I bought a fat belly.
Bless you.
A lot of mince pies.
Well, I have heard an awful lot of nice things about it, and the kids really enjoyed it, and that was great. Great down to you guys, fantastic. Made the children's difficult year a little less difficult.
Yeah, I think so.
That was great.
It was fun. Lots of parents enjoyed it.
Good.
Yeah, it really was good.
Oh, that's great.
The question is,
Yes.
Jacob's idea, what are we doing next year? Will we go back to the church, do you think, or do you think the tour was...
Well, I don't know. I mean, for me, I think it would probably be nice next year to go back to the way it was and just get together, you know? But everybody has to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you should go back to the church.
Yeah.
definitely. And just all get together and have a good time together.
Mm.
And that'll be nice.
Yeah.
That'll be nice. Yeah.
That will be nice. Yeah.
Right, verges and curbs.
The only thing we've got on there is Jacob, as a ward councillor, has written to say thank you to Ian and East Riding.
Yeah.
As a parish councillor, I wrote to Ian to say thank you for his efforts and a Merry Christmas. So that, it was good.
All right. Okay.
There, you'll notice I've asked about other areas, such as Oak Square, because I was asked by a resident. Oak Square and other bits of Main Street, etc., are on a list. It just depends on looking at the priorities of that list. So it might not happen next year, but it might. So there may be a piece that we have to fund next year. I've also been told that if any residents are having the path and curbs done outside their house, the council will offer them a discounted rate for a dropped curb.
All right. Okay.
That's good.
I don't know how much is that, Jacob? I'm thinking of
No
altering
idea
mine.
how much it'll be, and for doing this path outside your house. Now, they're also doing Mutes Road, patching the edges and putting curbing down Mutes Road because it's overrun. That is ahead of it being hopefully resurfaced next financial year.
Oh, brilliant.
We may also wish to contribute towards that, but it will be a very small drop in the ocean because that's quite an expensive project.
Great. Anything else, guys? No? On that? Right.
Have you walked the new path?
Yes.
Yes.
It's brilliant.
Yeah. I walked it the other night with Jacob. It was a little bit dark.
Well, yes, but I've walked it quite often with Louisa and the dogs, and you know, it makes such a difference just to be able to go down as far as the park.
Yes.
And back, it's rather nice. It's lovely, and at least you know, we know if children, families, and what have you are going to go down to the play park and use it, which is why we're spending all this money on it. Yeah. They're going to go down in safety. You know, it's great. Actually, it's great. Really good.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. Land behind the village hall.
I spoke to Andrew when I did the Christmas tree. He's happy that we do what we want, and yet David from the village hall committee has cleared the whole path.
Oh wow!
His own time, his own expense.
Yes.
All the way to the church and bent it all.
Wow!
Bless him.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
Is there anything nice we can do for David?
Next time the village hall come for a grant, think of it kindly.
Well, yes, of course, of course, of course.
Did we, right, Steve, did we ever get anywhere with the ownership of the land?
Andrew is considering the ownership of the land.
Because there was a question about the triangular bit behind the village hall, wasn't there?
The village hall have looked at their land, and when you look at the pictures of it 10 years ago, you didn't have to walk on their land to get down the path. One of the houses from Oak Square has altered their fence line.
Right.
Which means you can now walk onto the parish council triangle.
Right, the village hall triangle, right, okay.
So someone has nicked a bit of land.
Oh dear.
Well, if it's been done and it's been done over whatever it is, 6 years or something, then we can't do anything.
Correct.
And there's no point anyway, really.
That's what the landowner has just established.
Yeah, there's no point anyway. So.
No.
No, true. Very true.
Well, it's been cleared, and I think if we thank Anne, can you write to David at the village hall and thank him on our behalf?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Right, communications, website and Gazette.
Nothing for the website that I can think of. Yeah, nothing for the website. The Gazette, I think it just needs to be agreed. My proposal is to move from 6 issues to 4 a year.
These will be the 4 seasons, presumably.
Second that, Jacob.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll second that, Jacob.
All right, thank you.
All right. Any objections? No.
Go on,
Always
Steve.
use a flyer.
Go on, Steve. Go on, Steve.
You can always use a flyer for anything emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carried.
Any
Right.
other business?
Yeah. Any other business?
It's just gone again. There we are.
And any other business? No. Nothing. No. Okay. Correspondence. Anything?
Things into us have been emails about clarification of what the parish council did or didn't do leading up to the presentation of the gifts to the children.
All right.
People have said that we'd asked for information about children's names and addresses.
Yeah.
Came to Anne, and I have sent a couple of replies out to people. Jacob was involved through the Facebook page as well.
Yeah.
So we just need a way of really improving our relationship with the school.
Yeah. Well, we just do our best, don't we? That's all we can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Councillors' reports. Any items for future agenda, please?
Yeah, the items for the future agenda will be the plan for our money spend for the next 3 years and
Yeah.
statements. If you can think about those, what you've got, if they can be an agenda item for our first meeting in sort of January, February time.
Yeah.
Look at whether we like the idea of this is who we are.
Yeah.
This is how we're no money. Jacob's come up with an idea to put it into a single document, which will be January meeting.
Right. Okay. Issues for communications.
Nothing from me.
Nothing from me.
No.
Nothing from me.
No. Nothing from you.
from me,
No.
no.
No. Right. Okay. Next meeting, Thursday, the 7th of January. Is that okay with everyone?
Okay with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I wish everybody a very happy Christmas, and hopefully in the new year we'll soon start our injections, particularly the oldie goldies amongst us like me. And hopefully next year we'll all start to feel a bit more like we should do.
Before you're
What was that, Steve?
Steve?
What was that? He's gone.
I think you'll have to close the meeting, Amanda, and then.
All right. Take care, everybody. Have a great Christmas.
Okay.
Take care.